Sound?
Check.
Quiet on the set. Ready, Jane?
Yes, I am.
And 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Learn Windows 95. I'm Jane D'Agostino. As you can see, this is no ordinary software learning program. Learn Windows 95 is designed to be both entertaining and educational by using multimedia technology in a television news magazine format. As your host, I'll introduce you to a number of interesting guests: an architect, a travel agent, a professor, a sales manager, and a technician. They're all Windows 95 users who will share their knowledge and experience with us. Learn Windows 95 is unique because it lets you learn what you want when you want. Consider this your personal studio where you control everything that happens. Here's how. When a video clip is playing, you can control it using the buttons along the bottom of the camera. Use the studio lights at the top of the screen to start any segment, whenever you choose. Just move your mouse pointer to a light and click the mouse button. The different topics within each segment are displayed on a cue card located to the right of the camera. You can view topics in any order simply by clicking them. Some topics include simulations, which allow you to practice what you've learned. To try a simulation, just click the hand mouse icon anytime it's displayed. And finally, the icons along the bottom of your screen let you access additional features of Learn Windows 95. Now that you know how to control your studio, I just want to add one more thing. Remember, you can always click the question mark icon for help at any time if you don't know what to do next. So take a seat in the director's chair and have fun using your studio. If you've ever had a house built from the ground up, you know how intimidating it can be to embark on a project of that size. There are many people who find the prospect of learning a new computer program or system almost as daunting. In both instances, the first step is to arm yourself with some general knowledge. Jeremy Warren is a successful architect who has helped a lot of people through the process of designing and building their dream home. He's also an experienced computer user, so we've asked him to give us an introduction to basic Windows 95 concepts.
I consider the design of a house to be a team effort involving both the architect and the homeowner. Well, this means that my clients not only have to communicate what they want, they also have to understand what's possible. So I begin every project by giving sort of a crash course in house design. Learning a new computer system presents similar challenges. Before you can do any productive work, you have to start with the basics. To start learning the basics of Windows 95, choose one of the topics on the right.
Windows 95 uses a graphical user interface. This means that you can use a mouse or the keyboard to make choices on the screen. Making such a choice in turn allows you to run programs, save documents, print out reports, create drawings, and do almost anything else you can with a computer. The mouse is the key tool for choosing commands, working in dialog boxes, selecting text, and drawing. To point means to move the mouse pointer on the screen until the pointer is on top of the item of choice. To click means to quickly press the mouse button while the pointer is on an item. To double-click means to click twice in a row while the pointer is on an object. To drag means to press and hold down the mouse button while moving the mouse to the desired position. All Windows applications use the term choose and select in specific ways. You choose a command to carry out an action. You select one or more items that affect an action or on which you want an action performed. These terms are used because you can use either mouse movements or keyboard actions interchangeably to choose or select. The Windows 95 environment consists of a desktop on which documents and applications are represented as windows or as icons. Icons and windows are interchangeable ways of displaying objects, differing only in whether the item represented is open or closed. When a program or document is open so that you are able to perform actions, it is displayed in a window that can be enlarged, resized, or moved. Windows have elements that are common to most applications. Each window contains a title bar that describes what's in it. When you have more than one window open, the title bar of the active one is highlighted. To move a window, drag it by its title bar. Every window has 3 small buttons in the upper right-hand corner. Click the Minimize button to reduce the window to an icon or a button on the taskbar. Click the Maximize button to cause the active window to fill the screen. The Restore button appears when the window is maximized. Click it to return the window to its previous size. The Close button closes the window and removes the corresponding button from the taskbar. The title bar icon is most useful when you use your keyboard to move, size, or close a window. Double-clicking the icon will close the window. The menu bar contains the available menus from which you can choose commands. If the contents of your window exceed its size, you can scroll through it by clicking one of the scroll arrows in the vertical scroll bar. You can also click within the scroll bar to page up or down. Alternatively, you can drag the scroll box up or down. If your contents are wider than the window, you can scroll sideways using the horizontal scroll bar. You can also change the size of the window by dragging any one of its window borders. The fastest way is to drag a window corner. This lets you change 2 adjoining sides at the same time. When a document or application is closed, it is represented as an icon. An icon is simply a small graphic designed to look like the thing it represents, which could be a folder, a document, a program, or a shortcut. You can view a folder or start a Windows application, like your word processor, simply by opening its icon. To open an appropriate icon, click the right mouse button. When the menu appears, choose the Open command. A faster way to open an icon is to double-click it with the left mouse button. The taskbar is the horizontal bar running across the bottom of the desktop. You can consider this your base of operations, from which you can access almost every program, document, and feature of Windows 95. The Start button at the far left is used to start programs and open documents. Click it to begin accessing the program, file, feature, or command you want. Pointing to a selection followed by an arrowhead causes a submenu of available items to appear. When the item you want is displayed, simply click to open it. The Start button can be used at any time to open additional programs or files, to get help, or to access any of the other choices available. To close the Start menu without opening an item, click anywhere off the Start menu or its submenus, or press the Escape key. Whenever you open a program, file, or window, its name will appear on a new button in the taskbar. You can have several windows open at any given time, each representing a different document or application. All open windows are shown as buttons on the taskbar. Just click one to open the corresponding window. Note that the button of the active window appears to be pressed. You can switch between different programs or documents as quickly and easily as changing the channels on your television. You can choose to have your windows displayed in different ways. Right-click anywhere on the taskbar between the buttons and then choose the arrangement you want from the shortcut menu. Cascade puts the active window on top with only the title bars of the inactive ones visible. Tile horizontally displays all windows lined up from top to bottom. Tile vertically displays them arranged from left to right. Menus in Windows are much like menus in a restaurant. They contain a list of related items from which you can choose. In this case, it's commands. In addition to commands, menus can contain programs, documents, and various Windows 95 features. Opening a menu and choosing an item is simple. All you have to do is move your pointer to the item you want and click the left mouse button. The menu will appear to drop down from the menu bar. Click the menu item you want or drag the pointer down the menu until the command is selected, and then release the mouse button. Some menu items may be dimmed, which means they are not accessible at this time. Rather than have the menus change based on context, invalid commands are displayed in gray. Selecting a different object or command before re-choosing the inactive command may cause it to become active, in which case it would be displayed in black. Sometimes there are standard shortcut key combinations for menu commands. These are displayed to the right of the menu item. A checkmark beside a menu item means that the option is currently active. Some menu items may be followed by a right pointing arrowhead. Placing the mouse cursor over this item will display a menu of related items next to it. Other menu items are followed by an ellipsis. An example is the Save As command in the File menu. If you choose such a command, a dialog box is displayed. While working in Windows, you'll often use a dialog box to perform different commands. A dialog box is a window that prompts you for additional information, in effect, carrying on a dialog with you. Some dialog boxes include several tabs. Click a tab to access additional dialog box commands and settings. To perform a specific action, you can choose a command button, such as Apply or Cancel. Notice that one command button is always enclosed in a heavier outline. This is the default button. To choose it, all you have to do is press Enter. Command buttons that are not presently available are dimmed. Option buttons work like the radio buttons on a car stereo. You can only select one of the options in a group. On the other hand, you can select any, all, or none of the checkboxes in a group. To deselect a checkbox, click it again. A text box is an area where you enter text. A list box displays a list of items from which you can select. If a list is very long, use the scroll bar to move up or down. You can then use the mouse or the cursor keys to make your selection. A drop-down list box first appears as a rectangular box containing the current selection. Click the down arrow to reveal additional choices. In a dialog box where you have to set levels or speeds, you can use a slider control. Just drag the control to make the necessary adjustments. After you have made all your choices, choose OK to save your selections and close the dialog box. To close a dialog box without saving any changes, choose Cancel. If you ever require assistance, or if you'd like more information about something while working in Windows 95, you can always use the Help feature. The fastest way is to select Help from the Start menu. The Contents tab displays a list of books or general headings under which the help topics are organized. Click the book you want to view and then click Open to see a list of more books or specific topics represented by a page with a question mark. Click the topic you want to learn more about and then choose Display. Choose Help Topics to return to the main Help Topics dialog box. You can also click the Index tab to see an alphabetical list of help topics. To obtain help with a topic, either type the word in the list box or scroll through the list and click the topic you want. Choose Display to view the information. Choose Help Topics to return to the main Help Topics dialog box again. The Find tab lets you search for a help topic by looking for words or phrases that might be contained in the topic. The first time you try to use this feature, the Find Setup wizard will appear to help you create a database of all words contained in the help files. Click the topic you want and choose Display. Choose the Help Topics button at the top of a help window to return to the Help Topics dialog box. Click Close or Cancel to close Help. Most Windows 95 programs, accessories, and utilities also offer online help via the Help menu at the far right end of the menu bar. If you need help while working in a dialog box, click the question mark at the top of the dialog box, and then click the item you want to know more about. Some dialog boxes don't have the question mark button. If that's the case, click the Help button, if there is one, or press F1. You can also click the right mouse button on any item in a dialog box and then choose What's This from the shortcut menu. Whenever a help topic is displayed, choose the Option button to display additional help options, such as annotating, copying, printing, and keeping help on top. Another way to access these choices is by clicking the right mouse button anywhere inside the Help window.
So you see, using Windows 95 is a lot like designing houses. Once you understand what you can and can't do within the system, you're free to be as creative as you like. Here's a tip. If you ever need help doing something, such as installing a new printer, you can do more than just read the help topic. Many help topics contain a command button with a jump arrow positioned within the instruction text. If you click this button, Windows 95 will start up one of its help wizards, which will guide you through the whole process.
Thanks, Jeremy. I'd just like to add one quick note. The underlined letters and menus are shortcuts. You can press Alt plus the underlined letter to choose the item. And a word about your health and comfort. When you type, you should keep your wrists elevated or use a wrist pad to minimize strain. While using a mouse, make sure to rest your arm on the desk or table. You can also minimize neck strain by placing your monitor at eye level.